You may know me from Triangle Square to PlayStation podcast, but today I'm going on a nostalgia-fueled rampage while I finally, for the first time in my life, open a Legend of Blue Eyes booster box. So join me, let's see what we can pull. Legend of Blue Eyes White Dragon is the first set of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game, otherwise known as TCG as opposed to OCG, which denotes the original Japanese and Asian releases of the games, and originally released on March 8, 2002, when I was a mere 9 years old. As I remember, this set, alongside the anime that promoted the game, catapulted Yu-Gi-Oh! Into the mainstream in the West, finding children and young adults gathering at local card shops and retailers to duke it out Shadow Round style. This set includes 126 cards and features 3 iconic monsters that have remained mascots for the game, including Red Eyes Black Dragon, Dark Magician, and of course, the titular Blue Eyes White Dragon. Other fan favorite cards come in the way of the fabled Exodia, the Forbidden One, as well as powerful spell cards by way of Raigeki, Dark Hole, Swords of Revealing Light, and who could forget Monster Reborn. As Yu-Gi-Oh! Celebrates its 25th anniversary, Konami has made booster boxes of 5 classic sets available for purchase for the first time since their initial releases, and this is one of them. Alright guys, we are here with what I never thought I would be able to do in my life. Open a booster box of the very first ever set of TCG Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm a big Yu-Gi-Oh! Fan. If you've listened to the podcast, you probably know that we talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! Nights that we have once a week on Thursday playing the modern format. So let's have some fun. Let's have some nostalgia. Look at what we want to pull in here. Of course, Legend of Blue Eyes has a bunch of iconic cards. Some of the absolute favorites, things from the anime that everyone loves. Raigeki, Blue Eyes. You have, of course, all 5 pieces of Exodia, the Forbidden One. So yeah, I'm excited to see what we can get out of here. Of course, if we can pull one of the secret rares, which from what I've understood, the ratios for this are different, and they've combined what used to be hobby and retail packs and put them together. So without further ado, let's go ahead and crack this thing open. I've been holding on to it since I've ordered it. Had a good time being able to kind of go through that, and it finally arrived, and I thought, you know, I don't normally do openings, but if there was ever going to be a time where I'd say, you know what, fuck it, let's give it a try, I think it'd be now. So let's go ahead and get this open. And bear with me, this is of course the first time I'm doing anything like this, so I've thrown this together. But hopefully we can have a good time. So, well, you know what, let's get this all set up right. I've got my little, tins back there, but why don't we just set this up, go off to the side so we have somewhere to go with it. Out of camera, but that's okay. Man. You know what would have been really cool to see, and I know it probably would have been impossible, would have been for them to actually reprint this with the original Konami logo that was on them back when they first came out. But this is still pretty killer. So let's see, what cards do I actually have? I have some cards from this set already. I have an original, still says Magic card. Not original, it's not first edition. It is unlimited. But I have a Swords of Revealing Light. I think I still have one of the original Magic card Dark Holes. I definitely have a reprint from one of the later reprint sets, maybe the somewhere around 2010 when I first got back into the game after a hiatus. So let's see. First pack, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys, I don't know the card trick or the pack trick rather. So we're just gonna go through it. We have Trial of Nightmare, classic card. Dark World Thorns, Hard Armor, Beast Fangs, and a Dragon Capture Jar. There we go. Our first rare. It's going to be a little interesting going back and opening these old packs again. I've opened some here and there from the reprint sets. Got a Legendary Sword and Hinotama. I've been rewatching the anime lately. It's been cool seeing a lot of these cards come into play, like the duel against Joey and mind possessed Joey and Yugi, where they were using Hinotama. That's pretty cool. I'm going to keep our rares separate here. We got Dragon Capture Jar. Let's see what else we can get. Next pack. These are opening fairly well. I've had some problems with the new ones. I get booster boxes, or at least I've been doing booster boxes of the last couple of sets. So another Trial of Nightmare, another Dark World Thorns. Is this the same pack? Tyhone, Root Water, and hey, an OG Pot of Greed. That is pretty cool. Look at that. All right. Pot of Greed is one of those cards that it sucks that it's banned just because some of the cooler rarities are so pretty. I opened a lot whenever we first kind of got back, whenever I finally had a job where I could afford my Yu-Gi-Oh! Hobby. When I got back into it, they were doing the Legendary Collection Yugi's World, and so it was cool seeing a lot of those cards or a lot of these original cards be reprinted with some pretty cool rarities. So I don't know for sure yet, but I think I might want to do some of the other legacy packs, so we will see. But for now, here's our third pack. We have a Yami, Mystical Sheep number 2, a Hitatsumi Giant, Pharaoh, and a Fusionist. Look at that. Back when fusion cards just weren't very good. Tripwire Beast, Maneater, and Hinotamaso. Speaking of which, I do have a classic Maneater bug, super rare from this, one of those reprint sets. I don't have a lot of my original cards. I still have my original Butterfly Dagger Elma and some other ones that are, you know, not so good in modern, but you know, actually the cool thing about Legend of Blue Eyes is that of all of the original sets, I feel, Legend of Blue Eyes is kind of packed full of staples, or at least very heavy, you know, still commonly played cards, even in modern Yu-Gi-Oh! So that's pretty cool. All right, next pack we have Terra the Terrible, Red Medicine, Dark King of the Abyss, Metal Dragon, so we know we got something behind this. All right, we may have our first ultra, maybe super rare. So we have Metal Dragon, and look at that, a Celtic Guardian. Classic card. Okay, cool. All right, Celtic Guardian. You know, I don't know if any of you guys have been buying these. I'm sure if you're watching this, you probably at least had interest in buying it. I have a friend who is a big fan of the OG stuff, and he still plays Modern with us to some degree. But we've been talking about getting Spell Rulers so we can get some of the Toon cards and all that stuff. So it's pretty cool seeing that come around. Get this pack without damaging our cards. You know what? I need to be putting these bad boys in the sleeves. Let me go ahead and get working on that. Let's get Celtic Guardian right into a sleeve. Look at him. That's going to be a cool one for the collection. I don't think I want to do anything crazy with these. I think I really just want to kind of add them to the collection. There's not really much worth to them in any big way. So we have Ray and Temperature. These old cards, man, they were really, they went in on them. Mystical Moon, Flower Wolf, another fusion. Drooling Lizard, Sandstone, Dragon Treasure, and Petite Dragon. Little small guy. Little bee dragon. Let's see, we got Sparks, Masaki, Raised Body Heat, Dark Fire Dragon. So there we go. We have another holo coming up. Let's see if it's going to be our first ultra rare instead of our secret, or a super. Secret would be pretty cool though, wouldn't it? All right, we got Dark Fire Dragon and a Maneater bug. Another one for the collection. Look at him. Look at him. Now, Maneater Bug is a classic. I wonder if this is still a card that actually sees play in GOAT. You know, I of course remember 2005 Yu-Gi-Oh, but I've not played the GOAT format yet. We've been talking about getting into it, making a deck just to see the fun we can have. So if I buy more of these sets, that'll be really good for me. We have Dark Energy, Tripwire Blast, Hinotama Soul, and Violet Crystal. There we go. All right, so what are we now? 5 packs. So let's go into our 6th one here. Is anyone else having just great nostalgia? There's something about, you know, new packs and the guaranteed super really make you take super rares for granted. Back here when you're looking and you get excited to pull a Celtic Guardian or Maneater Bug just because they're holo and they're not every pack. It's really cool. So it's interesting to see that. And of course I like that there's a guaranteed super and everything now, but there's something a little special about these old pack setups. So we have an Umi, Succubus Knight, Pharaoh, Machine Conversion Factory. Giant Soldier of Stone, classic anime card. I've always thought it would be kind of cool to have a setup where there's essentially a format called like the BS format where all it is you put together a deck, and then the duel is just figuring out which one of you with the cards that you have can come up with an argument that's kind of sensible for the cards you have in play as to why you'll be able to undo something that hurts someone else, kind of like you see in the show when Giant Soldier of Stone, when Yugi breaks the moon when he's in his fight against Mako. So that's a pretty cool one. Let's see what we have here. We have Monster Egg, Larvis, Petite Angel. They really like using the word petite in Yu-Gi-Oh! You know, not so much anymore, but back then. Mystical Moon, and a Flame Ghost. You know, I don't remember so many of the rares in this set being fusion monsters, but that's kind of cool. I mean, it's interesting to see, even though they really never saw much in the way of play.
I'll show you what fusion can do.
Maybe at least GX era. I know that much. I didn't end up having much in the way of GX cards or anything. I didn't interact with it much until I got a little older. And like I said, we started playing again in about 2011, 2012. We started picking it back up and played until about a year before Pendulum came out, and then kind of fell off again. And then we picked it back up when COVID hit. So it's been a fun thing to get back around to. We have Umi, Remove Trap, Beast Fangs, Nemoriko, Armed Ninja. Look at that classic card. You gotta love them, you know? They're so different. You think of modern Yu-Gi-Oh! And that we have all of the archetypes, and they weren't completely absent necessarily back then. You had like DD and whatnot, but there was something kind of cool, and like I guess that's why people have fun with GOAT format. The idea of just having a bunch of cards that play together without being intentionally made to play together, instead of everything being a small engine of this and a small engine of that. Let's see, Power of Kaishin, Kagemusha of the Blue Flame. Simpler times, simpler arts. Let's see, next pack. Let's see, if I was gonna get an Ultra, and I think there's only a chance to get like 2 to 3, I'm wondering which ones I'd want. I mean, it'd be foolish to want to go towards Exodia unless I go buy another one and get potentially lucky enough to pull all 5 in 2 boxes. It's technically possible, I suppose, but not very plausible. But you know, if I get any of the classics and the Ultra Rare, that's kind of the upside of this. I mean, a Blue Eyes would clearly be killer, but I would love a Red Eyes as well, or even the classic Dark Magician. Let's see, we have Electro Whip, King Fog, Dark King of the Abyss. That little weird eye on his head. Doesn't really look like an eye, but it's there. Hard Armor. I don't know why I don't remember this card, but look, he's got like a little face in his armor. I guess that's where his breastplate's supposed to be. Let's see, a living suit of armor that attacks enemies with a bone-jarring tackle. Uh-oh. Cherubin the Fire Knight. Again, another fusion. Oh, Polymerization would be a pretty cool pull as well. All right, Cherubin is our next rare. We have Forest, Firegrass, Kurama, and Dragon Treasure. Dragon Treasure is a classic art. You know, rewatching the show and having all this fun, one of the COVID projects I took on when everybody was kind of just locked in the house is, and I need to show it on I've talked about it a little bit, but I need to show it on the channel one of these days. I recreated and kind of redesigned and added some new cards, some of the Japanese cards for or I guess monsters from Dungeon Dice Monsters, and recreated that. Have a board that you can fold out with a modern design, modern look. Made my own cards and printed them. Made my own setup for not miniatures, but I did find a way to represent them on the board. It's pretty cool. I cut out some plexi that has vinyl on it to be your pathways. No, we didn't get the cool Japanese version of Dungeon Dice Monsters, but it was still a fun thing to do. So it's been fun revisiting it. But yeah, let's see. We have our next pack. We have Remove Trap, Skull Servant, Raise Body Heat, Nemoriko, Aquamador. Aquamador is one of those cards that got a really cool rarity in the Legendary Collection Yugi's world. It has a very cool secret rare that I have, and it's very pretty. But, you know, classic card right there. Metabat, Kumoatoko, One-Eyed Shield Dragon, and again, Kagemusha of the Blue Flame. I love opening booster boxes, but you know, I've never really thought about doing an opening. I've recently enjoyed kind of watching people opening them, so it kind of gave me like, you know what, let's just give it a try. Let's see what we can come up with. But down in the comments, let me know what you like about watching openings. Is it just watching someone else pull something and kind of getting a weird vicarious living through them dopamine hit when they pull something cool, or what is it for you? We got Ray and Temperature, Fire and Ice as so, Yami, Hitatsumi Giant, Root Water, Spirit of the Harp. Look at her. All right, set her off to the side. Dark Gray, Beaver Warrior, classic, basic insect. Look at that. Weevil be proud, and a little petite dragon. All right, let's see. No ultras yet. That's a little unfortunate. 2 supers though. I mean, it's not been all wrong. It's not been all bad. Get a lot of rares out of the set. Be pretty killer if I would have been able to get a first edition one of these, but you know, I can only imagine what the cost on a first edition is, and that's not my budget. You know, I do like this, and I guess if you guys like this, I may think about doing more, but this was just a good fun time. So we have Terra the Terrible, Skull Servant, Laser Cannon Armor, Uh-oh, we might have something here. We have Grave Digger Ghoul and the right leg of the Forbidden One.
Exodia, it's not possible.
You know, I don't know if you guys, I'm assuming a lot of people that are into Yu-Gi-Oh! Are at least somewhat similar in age to me. And there was nothing like being a poor little kid who seldom got access to Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards, who had managed to work up almost an entire set of first edition Legend of Blue Eyes Exodia pieces, and I was missing the right leg. So it's interesting that this is the one I pulled today, and that binder got taken by a substitute teacher. And the next day I asked for it back when my teacher was back, and it was not in her desk. So little me was peeved because I thought she must have taken it and given it to somebody else. Maybe she only even took it so she'd have a way to give her kids some Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. I don't know, but I was quite annoyed. Look at that, dude. That is a beautiful card. I'm really liking that they're kind of bringing the modern rarities to this. So when we get to a secret rare, like I got Serpent Night Dragon from one of the 25th anniversary boxes, and the secret rare is just beautiful. It's that new modern one. Look at that, guys. Finally got our Ultra. So let's see. Furious Sea King, Drooling Lizard, Uraby. You know, I always like to think this is the simple times when it was just cool art, wavy background, definitely for dinosaurs. Kind of like, what is it, Black Tyranno from, what set is he from? I can't remember. Let's see, Legendary Sword. All right. My wife's been hating me because as we've been watching the Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime, she's never watched it. She, of course, knows that I like Yu-Gi-Oh! But she's been watching it with me just kind of by proxy when she's sitting back in the game room with me. And, she gets so annoyed at Joey's voice because she just does not like the New York accent, or at least the, TV almost satirized version of it, where it's just over the top and kind of grating. And, I'm not from the Northeast, so I don't know how accurate that actually is. But she always calls them Rat Trap because she watched Beast Wars with me again as well. And they definitely sound kind of familiar. Or John Travolta, that kind of accent that Chicken has on Count Chicken. Let's go. We got Enchanting Mermaid, Ray and Temperature again, Petite Angel, M-Warrior #1, back when they did the numbers, Oh, Reaper of the Cards, look at him. And, oh my God, left arm of the Forbidden One, back-to-back 2 Ultras. How killer. You know what? If I pull 3 Exodia pieces out of this pack, which is very low chance, but if I do it, I am going to go buy another set and see if I can pull the other 2. Why not? It's just fun.
All 5 pieces of the puzzle.
Let's see. Let's get this bad boy into a sleeve. Can't believe that. It would be super sick to finally have a complete set of Exodia that is actually Legend of Blue Eyes. Reprint or not, it's pretty cool. That's what you want. All right, let's see what we have here. Another number, Fiend Reflection, #2. Green Phantom King and Hinotama Soul. All right. What are the chances we get an error box or whatever they call them whenever you get a incorrect number of the foils? That would be pretty cool. And I doubt there's any way for it to be so much error that you get all pieces of Exodia, but we can hope. We can live in a fantasy world where we hope. All right, let's see. We have Yumi. I don't know how you actually say that. It's kind of like Ubisoft. Silver Bow and Arrow. We have Beast Fangs, Stop Defense, and Gaia, the Dragon Champion. Dude, Gaia is sick. Okay, cool. I think that the secret rares are guaranteed in this set. Look at how beautiful that is. One of the cool things about the original arts when they were kind of simple, like, hey, we're just going to show you the monster and put a rarity around it, is that the secret rares really pop because they're kind of just like a swirl of colors back there. That is beautiful. Holy crap. Dark Gray, Spike Cedra, Wasteland, back when they had just, they quickly abandoned the idea of having your field spell be that you're changing the landscape to this one particular thing. Yeah, it's still that, I guess, in essence, but it's a lot different. Definitely when they've sacrificed that each person can have their own field spot. Petite Dragon. It's a nice little art. All right, man. That was 3 in a row. That's pretty cool. I am very excited. Oh, man. Let's see, 2002, I was 9. Little 9-year-old Brett just having a good time. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Maybe we can keep this magic up, guys. Let's see. Cross fingers. Sparks. Frenzied Panda. He looks pissed. Look at him. Let's see what he says. A savage beast that carries a big bamboo stick for beating down its enemies. All right. Misaki, the legendary swordsman. Classic. Silver bow and arrow, and another fusionist. I was kind of hoping I wouldn't see a lot of repeat of the rares, but you know, there's what is there, 10 rares in this, 10 super rares. I can't remember how many ultra rares there are, maybe 10 as well. I know there's only 2 secrets. All right, let's see. Metabat, Mountain, Green Phantom King, and Witty Phantom. I don't know why this card used to creep me out when I was a kid. It just looked. You ever seen that? It's not clearly that, but it gives me the same vibes from when you see some of the creepy things off of Courage the Cowardly Dog. So let's see. Next pack. Oh, I'm trying to think of what I could still get since I've pulled a secret, 2 ultras. The rest is probably going to be, if I get lucky enough, some more super rares, but probably a lot of rares. So let's see. Let's keep the magic up. See what we can find out here. All right. Another Sparks. Oh, a Mystical Moon. Misaki, the legendary swordsman, Goblin, secret remedy, and I kind of spoiled myself. There is a foil behind here, so we might get lucky with another, at least a super rare. Let's see. Increase your life points by 6. That's so quaint by today's standards. Raigeki, let's go. Let's go. That is the card that you want. Heck yeah. All right, got to pull out some more sleeves. Can't be letting these things just hang out raw. You know what I'm saying? All right. Let's see, add that to the pile. You know what? Let me pull that right back in front of the camera real quick. Look at that. You know, one of the cooler new rarities, even though the quality control is real rough on them, is the maximum gold. So maximum gold rare. But the Raigeki for that is incredible looking. It has the gold lacing kind of coming down, following the sides of the lightning, and it is gorgeous. One of my favorite of that particular rarity. Link cards and Exceed monsters, and I guess Synchro, a lot of the extra deck monsters really pop in that rarity. So it's pretty cool to see. All right. See if we can keep getting lucky here. Electro Whip, 2-mouth, Dark Ruler. Look at that. Machine Conversion Factory, Raise Body Heat, Dragon Capture Jar, and a Mystical Elf. Let's go. Another super, but I'll take it. Another pretty classic card. And look at that rarity. That super rare is really pretty. You know, I've been buying, I think I bought an Amazing Defenders booster box, and I bought a booster box of the newest set, you know, the snake pack, as I'm calling them, the Battles of Legends Monsters Revenge. And those are pretty fun. I recently did a booster box of Wild Survivors. Didn't pull anything crazy out of it. I was hoping to get one of the cool collector's rares. Didn't happen. Hinotama once more. Man, you know the show. There's something about how every time someone's actually in peril, and even our the dub from 4Kids, even when they find a way to finally not be Shadow Realm talk, they still end up having it to where anytime that someone would die, it just somehow magically they figure a way out. Kind of like when Yugi freed Arcana, and of course when Joey was able to still free Yugi. It's cool, and of course the Japaneseness of the show with I say Japanese, that's the media I always have played growing up that had it. It's very Japanese heavy, kind of like Kingdom Hearts, where it's all about your friendship and the power of your heart. It's a good time though. My wife laughs over there while I'm watching it, but you know, it's heartwarming. You gotta not be so jaded and cynical when you're watching things you grew up with. I think they kind of help keep you be like, you know what, I am a kid inside. Let me tap into that. Friends are important. Let's go. We got Red Medicine, Dissolve Rock. Oh yeah, my Mizari's. I hate this card because I've never been able to pronounce it right. Let's see, Miseruzame. I'm gonna say that's probably close enough. All right, you have Laser Cannon, Armor, Dragoness, the Wicked Knight, another Fusion. Man, what a pack for Fusion. The 13th Grave, always a cool card. I like that one a lot as a kid. You know, art on Yu-Gi-Oh! Has come a long way. But these classics are classic. I like a lot of the Kazuki Takahashi arts as well. I have the Exodia from the Battle Pack 1 that they did back in the day, and another Hinotama to end the pack. And I just really like that card. His Celtic Guardian was really cool as well. All right, let's see. We got 2, 3, 4 packs left after this. All right, another Dissolve Rock. King Fog. Look at that little bastard. Vile Germs. Silver Fang. Hey, look. Hane. Classic. Look at that. I've always wondered, what the hell is that supposed to be? It looks like the nose from the glasses, the little glasses with the built-in nose and mustache on it. But we have Lesser Dragon, Spike, Seadra, Hinotama Soul, and a Basic Insect. Haven't seen Basic Insect in a little bit. Let's set Hain off to the side. Pack number 4. Get this bad boy open. I think I'm going to keep this booster box. It's very cool. I think I'll set it up on my shelves, which are usually in camera frame a little bit better during the podcast if you watch it. We do it on YouTube, but it's kind of a secondary thought. So if you are here and you watch on YouTube, we hope you appreciate that we at least put it on YouTube. I, like a few others that I know, prefer to watch podcasts, weirdly. All right, let's see. Frenzied Panda, Monster Egg, Silver Fang once more, Vile Germs, and a Fissure. Look at it. Classic card. Beaver Warrior, Mountain, Uribi, and Wasteland. All right, cool. 3 more packs. Let's see what we can still pull. I think we're probably at the end of it since we have 4 supers, 2 ultras, and a secret. But you know what? Let's get 2 secrets. That's what I want. Because, well, you know what? I haven't pulled a Blue Eyes. So let's go, well, hold on. What's the other secret in this set? Trihorn Dragon? Yes, that's right, Trihorn Dragon. So that would be pretty cool, but I think I would like another Ultra. So let's see if we can get another Exodia piece here. A Blue Eyes would be the cream of the crop, probably, though. Trial of Nightmare, Succubus Knight, Mizurazame, is that what I've landed on? Armail, Giant Soldier of Stone, look at him, wanting to break that moon for the Silver Fang. Kumo Atako, the Furious Sea King, Book of Secret Arts, and Violet Crystal. All right, let's see. 2 more packs. Can those 2 more packs actually hold anything for us outside of pure nostalgia? Because, you know, this is fun regardless of what you get at this point. I think I need to do go ahead and do Metal Raiders so I can try and get me an ultra rare Time Wizard to go with my secret rare Thousand Dragon. That's a card I still have, but it's not in great shape, unfortunately. So it'd be also cool to get that so I can pull another Thousand Dragon secret. Who knows? Maybe that's what I'll do next. Mystical Sheep number 2, Enchanting Mermaid. Yeah, she looks, yeah, she's all right. Yeah, 7 out of 10. Turtle Tiger. What a combination. Let's see. A tiger encased in a protective shell that attacks with razor sharp fangs. Okay, all right. Fire Yaru, Flame Ghost once more. And then we have a Firegrass, Sogan, Kurama, and another Dragon Treasure. All right, let's see. Down to the last pack. So let's see. Last pack magic. Let's, rub it a little bit, bring it up here, kiss it, see what we can do. All right. Maybe the ASMR will help. Let's get this up here. All right. New card pack sound. And also new card pack smell. I opened one the other day with a friend, and we were talking about new card smell. And what a smell it is. It's probably nostalgia fueled as well. But, all right, let's see. Last pack. Let's hope for something cool here. Larvus, Two Mouth Dark Ruler, Armail, Turtle Tiger. Let's see. I don't think that means we're going to get it. I'm trying to remember where they were at for the other ones. I think that this is it. Another Fusion Rare, Carbonala Warrior, Mammoth Graveyard, classic card, so that's cool. Flame Manipulator, Steel Ogre Grotto, number 1. Make sure we don't unfairly call him out. And then we have One-Eyed Shield Dragon as the final as well. All right, guys. Well, this has been fun. If you like this, let me know in the comments below. I will see what I can do. Maybe this will be something I start to occasionally do kind of on the side. If you are finding this completely separately from anything I do podcast-wise, hi, nice to meet you. And if you like gaming, we host as you can see behind me, Triangle Squared, we host a weekly PlayStation-based podcast. I like to tell people we're a PlayStation podcast, but we're really just a gaming podcast that kind of looks at gaming through the lens of, as fans, being PlayStation preferers, I guess. PlayStation is my primary platform. It's where I play 90% of my games, but I do have a Switch. I have an Xbox Series X. I've had Xboxes in the past. I play games on them. Starfield looks cool, but that's what we do. We talk about gaming as a whole, but most of the time it's going to be by looking at what PlayStation has going on within that space. Unfortunately, look, that little box is just a little ugly. but it's okay. I'm probably going to keep it, prop it up. It's just too cool to want to throw it away. You know, it's like, when are you going to get another chance in your life? Who knows, maybe in the 50th anniversary for them to just reprint this one more time. But that has been a blast. Guys, thank you for joining me. And I guess thanks for joining me on this kind of uncommon territory for me. You know, I just kind of threw what I had tech-wise together to make this happen, recording on my phone. Hello there. Hopefully this worked out. But guys, it has been a blast. Glad I pulled. Let's recap them real quick before we log off here. Another look at our mystical elf, our Raigeki, one of the classics. A Gaia, the dragon champion. Look at him, beautiful. Exodia's left arm, or rather left arm of the Forbidden One. Oh, I got some stuff underneath there. The right leg of the Forbidden One, a man-eater bug, and a Celtic Guardian. You know what? Buy a couple more of these, and this can be where I start my... This can be where I finally start my GOAT format deck. Get a lot of those cool reprints. I still have a lot of my old cards and a lot of the ones I pulled from the last reprint. So let's see. But guys, this has been the opening of Blue Eyes, or the legend of Blue Eyes White Dragon. Thanks for joining me again. Find us on podcast services if that's where you like to go podcast. Like the video, consider subscribing if you are into the gaming content stuff, and let me know whether I should do more of these. It has been a good time, but until next time, this has been Brett signing off with some nice Yu-Gi-Oh content. See you later, guys.